Welcome back to the advisory deck. I'm Troy Forrest from Strategy Road, and I'm joined again by James McGill from Chatham Capital Exchange. How are you, James?
Merry Christmas. We're almost at the end of 21.
Unbelievable.
Close.
What a year.
Close. We're very privileged today. We're here in the home of ONDA Lifestyle Concierge, and we're with the Managing Director and Founder of ONDA, George Wilson. How are you, George?
Nice try. Fantastic. Fantastic. Looking forward to a little bit of a break at Christmas.
Absolutely.
Well deserved for everyone at
I
home.
think there's that setting in now, isn't it? So time for rest. Now, ONDA, Lifestyle Concierge. For those of our audience who haven't heard of ONDA before, can you explain maybe what it is and where the inspiration came from?
Yeah, absolutely. Many people liken it to a life administration service. So think about, for our personal clients, or our lifestyle clients as we call them, you never have to see a bill again, pay a bill again, no more late fees. End of year, all your tax returns put together for you. Should save you on the accountancy fee side as well. And we review every service provider to make sure you're getting good value as well, Troy. The inspiration came literally working in financial services, and everyone was very focused on selling product and not providing support and administration to people who are busy and value their time. And that's what the main focus of the services are, is to give busy people back time in their lives. And we also have services on the business side of things, but again, it's about digitizing, making it as efficient as possible, and giving back our business owners time.
So that makes great sense, because I was thinking on the financial services, but you've chosen to call it a lifestyle concierge because that's actually the end game. You're trying to free people up.
Yeah, it was interesting. During COVID, we actually did some analysis on the business, which involved via video asking our clients what they appreciated and really valued about our services. And it turns out I'm not running a FinTech company after all. It's a health and wellbeing company, because we give back people that time, we relieve the mental load, and we provide that well-being to them. So it surprised me. It was news to me, health and well-being.
There you go. Fantastic concept, right?
It is. When we're talking, we talk off camera beforehand, and we do our market research before we come and have these conversations. And you've explained a slice of what the lifestyle business is about. There's a business concierge as well, which we'll talk about in a moment. But you've described a number of aspects of the business, including the vault and other aspects that other companies don't provide. So you could be likened to a bookkeeping service, but you're not. You could be likened to, I guess, a lifestyle concierge business that would run around and do your dry cleaning. That's not what you do. So that what you've done is create a business that we can't find anything else in the market that does. Right? So it really is quite unique, and there's massive upside to something like that. The challenge for that too, though, is that you have to educate the market about what you do.
It's a concept.
So being first to market is fantastic, but people then don't understand it. It's brand new.
Exactly.
Have you found that process? ONDA's been going for a number of years. Have you found that process of educating the market and convincing them that what you offer is actually good value, is good for them, and as you've just described, is good for their health and well-being?
It's a great question. Our biggest challenge is that we have to educate before we can possibly hope to convert a prospect into a client. We chose our major distribution to be through trusted partnerships. So we actually have partners who are either member groups or have clients, and they actually do the referring to the sale for us in a lot of cases, because it's not a service where we do it better or cheaper or whatever. It's completely new, therefore we have to educate. So for example, I mean, we actually, the even more complex part of it is that we tailor the service to whatever the client needs or wants, depending upon the price point they want it delivered to. So we have some clients who are self-employed tradies, couldn't get the invoices into zero, couldn't reconcile it, couldn't get their cash flow in the door because they weren't sending the invoices out. They also, on the personal side, couldn't pay the bills on time because they were so busy working. So what we can do is pay the personal bills and tailor the business services to exactly their price point, and that can start at a couple of $100 a month before any potential tax deductions, any savings through the reviews, and that time that we give them back, all the way through to very successful families, whole family groups, who we're dealing and managing, hundreds of millions of dollars, and dealing with a lot of complexity. And for those types of clients, they do want the true concierge service. So we are centrally managing, not providing, but we're centrally managing everything from repatriation of expats from the US right now. We've purchased their cars, which will be waiting in the garage.
Wow.
We're monitoring the property for security. We're arranging the domestic cleaners, gardeners, you name it. We're that central point of administration. So it is an all-encompassing, very wide-ranging service, but we can deliver that to any price point whatsoever, from very simple to very, very complex.
So I'm guessing the simple piece is why, when you started the business, you went, we're a FinTech. We're building a platform, as you spoke about, the platform off camera, ISO certification, robust, all Australian-based, so you're not offshoring anything, so you've got control around and data and so forth. So that's where the business idea started, that you'll be a FinTech and be scalable at a high level, and you've now bolted on top of that a lot of people touch points for those clients as well. How do you find managing, I guess now, what is two different types of businesses? One that's kind of people focused, you've got a team of people working with you, and then you've got the software side of things. From your point of view, in a leadership perspective, how do you balance the time between where do we go from the systems and then where do we go from people? What's that challenge like for you?
Again, another good question. It is a tightrope, and I'd say it's the same for any entrepreneurs or business owners. It's very easy to become distracted by opportunities as a business grows, and it's my job to keep a laser focus on what we do, the services we provide, and I suppose the fundamental values of the company. And the more we grow, the more opportunities to get distracted, whereas we have this focus. We only provide lifestyle services and business services. Now the two actually do combine, and that's in that family office area. That's the blend, but we never ever go beyond that. So we're never going to be accountants. We're never going to be advisors. I created the company to be neutral. So if we give advice, we have to be licensed, we have to charge for that advice. That's not our space. We're not going to be accountants because, again, we have to be licensed, we have to pay for that. So we focus on administration services only. And whilst you say, James, it is tech driven, it's always been about people and relationships, and that's the key. If the service we deliver is based around that personal service, we can drive the technology which brings down the price point. People value old-fashioned service, it's relationships, it's values.
You're an organisation that says, give us your troublesome stuff, let us take care of it for you. And when you think about business owners, busy leaders, busy lifestyles, there's often only 2 or 3 really trusted people in their corners. I trust my accountant, I've had my accountant for years. You're an organisation that through a smart, valuable service plus the depth of relationships that are building, you're earning a pretty special spot in the lives of people, which is wonderful. And to your point, there's lots of things we think, okay, we could also do this for you as well. But keeping your eye on what's our lane, what's our specialty area, I imagine that's an ongoing sort of dialogue in your head.
Absolutely, and the trust is a major part of that, which is why, as you know, we went down the route of being ISO 27001 compliant, which makes us globally relevant. We've been independently audited by one of the big 4, and we absolutely take it absolutely seriously, the security and the trust that our clients place in us, to the point where our clients don't email us, and we certainly don't email them any personal information, anything that could be hacked or any element of fraud in it. So whilst we handle clients' bills, every single one of them is checked for fraud, and to make sure that who we're paying the money to is who they claim to be. So the levels of security we provide, we've put a lot of effort and time into it, and we partner with world-class providers to ensure, and as you say, James, everything's handled onshore. There's nothing offshored or nothing done on the cheap. And we run this almost as a listed company ready for that growth, and we take it really, really seriously.
Fantastic.
You put together an advisory board early on. You spoke about that again off camera, of a couple of very highly credentialed people. One a high profile, well, he's still a CEO of a very large business, and the other is a partner from a consulting firm, one of the big four. What was the driver behind putting people of that caliber on your advisory board early on, when often people are thinking, it's got to be me and my ideas I want to drive forward and make this vision come to life? You've gone down a slightly different path and put people with you, I guess, to help bring things to life. How do you use them? What was the thinking behind that?
Yeah, good question. Really what I wanted was individuals that had battle scars and had experience that I hadn't, that could challenge me and add to the value of the business. So yeah, Stephen Trigg, fantastic career, fantastic experience, but it's easy to talk about the good times, and we brought them into the business to learn from the scalability and all the great stuff. What about the challenges? We need people on our side that have been through tough times. How did they get through it? Did they keep their integrity? Did they keep their values? That's why we brought the advisory board on board, and I don't regret it a single day. I think they've been fantastic, and not just helping support, but challenge me from business growth perspective as well.
What's challenging you and befuddling you as you look out across 2022 and think about, these are the next stages of the evolution of this organisation? What's got you lying awake at night thinking?
More about the opportunity. I'm really excited about 2022. Bit disappointed I can't get back to Perth, because Perth and WA has been growing rapidly for us, but because of the foundations we've set there. I was literally off two calls this morning with new clients who are signing up on the business and the lifestyle side to really help them. So the things that keep me awake are really thinking about the opportunity, and again, it's having that laser focus on not being distracted. I am OCD, a bit of an entrepreneur, and it's what if we did this, and I've got to, when I come into work, I've got to have that focus and say that's great, but that's not for 2022, that's 23, 24, which is good as well. I think we'll have to look beyond the 12 months to see where we can take not just this business, but any business if you're an entrepreneur.
Do you use a strategic plan or a plan?
Absolutely, yeah. So we have 12 and 24 month rolling plans. But we sit down with not just the advisory board, but we keep the shareholders in the loop as if it was a listed company, and take them on that journey as well, engage them and say to them, well, I challenge you, how can you help add value to the business as well? So it's as much as it is about me, it's not really. It's about ONDA. It's about engaging everyone that touches the business and has anything to do with it, to help support us, help challenge us, and that way, not just 22, but 23, 24 and beyond will be amazing. I think we're very lucky to be where we are in the world, but I feel truly lucky to be, running a business that there's no negative to what we do. We're not selling anything else, we're not doing anything else. We are just there simply
take away headaches,
to support,
save time,
our clients.
Brilliant.
Give them back time.
Great.
So we're wrapping up the video for this year. I think George, you're the last one, and the reminder is, from what you've just said, is successful businesses, founders, put the right team around them. They've got a clear vision of where they're going, of what they are doing and what they're not going to do, and a pretty clear business model. And we hear that again and again from the people that are moving ahead, and they're not being distracted. So that's, again, it's that consistency of I guess what goes together to put a good company together is what you've just summarised.
And an absolute focus on solving the frustrations, headaches, time, poverty issues of busy. Everyone says, I need more time, I'm running out of time. We've got something here that can do that as well. And I think that laser focus on customer problem solution versus the products and services that we have within the suite is a really powerful message common to, I think, any organisation. So George, we're very grateful to you for sharing a little bit of ONDA's early phase of the story. We look forward to watching the journey as it unfolds, and really, wish you all the best and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you, James. Thanks for having me, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
James, as always, for your insights, thank you. And thank you all for joining us on The Advisory Deck.